you know, in the work of activism and in the work of being a fighter for human rights and civil rights, for all that we have done, it seems in many cases that there is not a win in sight. Every time you try to do something good, every time you feel like you have just reached a place where we are almost about to have some successes, it always seems like there is something that comes and knocks you back. For as much as many of us who may have been celebrating the demise of Kwame Kilpatrick, for as many of those who were willing to get out their whips and throw a couple lashes on his back,
I know where you're going.
a whole lot of y'all probably really upset now
Say that. Say
that what we deal with now,
Say it.
some would probably say they'd prefer to deal with the Kwame Kilpatrick that we had. But it's always hindsight. And it always seems as if no matter how much progress we're making, that ultimately bumps, bruises, falls, destruction always seem to get in the way. Can I get a witness? Somebody might say, well, you know, I seem like I've been fighting the same fight for 50 years. Yeah, we have been fighting the same fight. And if you ask my opinion, something happened around 1965, 1966, where black folk just started marking time. If you don't know what marking time is, some of y'all might not have marched before. But marking time is marching in the same place. Only thing we done was made a left face, or a right face, or an about face. But for the most part, since 65, 67, Negroes been marching in the same place for pretty much the same amount, for that amount of time. Now we have made some advances, but those advances have been minute. And honestly, they haven't been enough.
Say it.
How did we go from a place where we saw in the 60s the first African American mayor over a major city to 50 some odd years later, now we have an 80% African American city with a white mayor? But our mind,
Tell it.
our minds
Tell that vision.
have been tricked and have been made to believe that we are something that we're not. One thing that we do know is pre-civil rights, pre-voting rights, pre-Montgomery bus boycott, we wasn't worried about thinking about whether they was going to like us or not.
That's right. Say it.
We knew they didn't like us.
Didn't care.
We knew they didn't care.
Killing us.
We knew that they didn't mind putting us in trees.
Right.
We had a reality. Problem is now is you got folks think, oh, he's a nice guy. John's nice. He's all right. Don't get me wrong, we appreciate everybody who was a part of the struggle. We appreciate everybody who helps in the struggle. We appreciate everybody who doesn't feed into that madness. But one thing we need to understand is that they do not mind doing what they're doing to us.
They love it.
And there's no concept whatsoever.
They love it.
No concept.
They love it.
So when you talk about, well, why we can't just, it's okay, we have a white mayor, Mike Duggan, ain't about his whiteness.
Right.
It ain't even about that. When I say white, what I mean is he's my enemy. When I say white, what I mean is that he ain't for us.
Right. Don't be scared.
He can be a Clarence Thomas and be white.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
When I think about those who have come before us and the fight that they fought, they fought a fight that says regardless of how hard it is, regardless of how difficult it is, regardless of how many challenges I have to face or that I am facing, regardless of how many times I get knocked down, I'm going to get back up and I'm going to fight for the future of my family and for my children and of my people.
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! If you look to your right, my left, you'll see that there are no cars going down and up and down.
Shut it down.
That means we shut them down. We will not stop until we get